This conference will now be recorded.
Hello all, uh, welcome. I'm Naveen. Welcome to Isha Training Solutions. So I'll be walking you through on this course content. Just a moment. Let me just quickly. Okay. All right. Right. Let's proceed. Let's continue. Okay. So know your instructor. So let me introduce about myself. So I'm Naveen Kumar. I'm a certified expert in NeoLoad. I'm a performance testing specialist. I have worked across different domains as listed here. I have worked across retail, healthcare, insurance, pharma, telecom, banking, and so on. I have over 1200 hours of training experience, and I'll be your trainer for for the complete course. Okay, fine. So let's proceed. So I would like to talk something about this course, the course content, what you will be learning, and what is there for you for this course. So one of the important part is this live Q&A clarifications. That is, so during the session, if you have any questions, you can stop me. I will be providing solutions for it. And all the sessions, whatever the sessions that we conduct, it is recorded, and these sessions will be provided uh, for your future reference. It's a lifetime access to you, and it will be given to you where you can maybe also there are cases that some might miss some sessions, and for them this will be helpful for them to catch up with the current sessions. Okay, so every sessions are recorded, and you'll be given access to these recordings. Live troubleshooting sessions, so a part of the sessions will be just focused for this in case if anybody is facing any issue, maybe in terms of setting up the NeoLoad or working with NeoLoad, any issue with their project, any technical issues they are having. Okay, what I will be doing, I will be making you as a presenter. You can share your screen, and then I will help you in troubleshooting whatever the issue that you are facing. Okay, I'll also be providing solutions for the issues. Okay, and of course, we will also have a dedicated session uh, for uh, for going through this professional certification, right? So what all the things that you might have to follow to uh, to try to clear this certification. So I'll be helping you with this as well. Okay, okay, let me continue. So any questions so far? I don't if you have any questions, please stop me. Okay, I'm just proceeding with this. Okay, so course content. uh, so we will be going through some of the performance testing concepts, which is the base or fundamental. And so I'll be uh, walking you through all of the NeoLoad's features and its functionalities and different components of NeoLoad, and all of these are practical demonstration and hands-on, right? There is less theory and more into hands-on demonstrations. Of course, there will be some uh, theory or some learnings, okay, but most of it, let's say 80% of the course is just about the hands-on and live demo. Okay, so what you can expect from this course? So you can expect a minimum of 4 sessions to be conducted per week. Public holidays and weekends will be there won't be any sessions. Okay, and each session would be between 1 hour to 1.5 hours. Okay, depends on the topic. Okay, sometimes it may extend, sometimes it is less. Okay, but it is you can expect between 1 to 1.5 hours, okay, per session, and total of 18 to 20 sessions will be conducted as a part of this batch. Okay, and we will be also having an optional practical lab sessions. Usually these sessions are conducted during the weekend, And these sessions is only targeted or only for absolute beginners, right? That is the beginners who does not have any idea about performance testing, absolute no idea about NeoLoad, right? So only for them it is conducted, but it is also open to others. Okay, whoever has like 2 3 years of experience, or I mean even the senior folks who has a lot of experience, even they can join. But then it might look for them it is too basic, and you get it right. So optional practical lab sessions will be conducted on weekends. Okay, it's only on weekend, that is on Saturday and Sunday. Okay, so let's proceed. I would like to show you the actual course content. Okay, see this, right? The course content and its uh, the timing, how long this may take. Okay, so some of the introduction, and we will also go through the installation of NeoLoad uh, to start with, and then we will be moving on to design. Okay, so if you see, so this is from the previous batch. Okay, so this batch was it happened between June and July uh, this year. Okay, you see this, right? All these are different scripts. So we will be creating different scripts, and we will be working with that, and different scripts targeted for different topics. Okay, so under design we will be learning all these part. That is under user path we will be creating different kinds of scripts targeting different topics, and population we will create this as well, and monitoring sample monitors will be created under design, right? And then we will also, you see this, right? So here you can find this correlation. So NeoLoad is the only tool that offers variety different types of correlation, right? That is, you see this, right? Auto correlation, automatic configuration, manual correlation, advanced correlation, all of them. You see this, right? This is auto correlation, this is automatic configuration, manual correlation, advanced correlation, randomization. For all these topics, a separate create scripts would be created, and then it gets developed and enhanced. Okay, so assertions topic, we will be looking at how the validation is done. Okay, three types of assertions, we'll go through all of them. Variable managers will be creating different kinds of variables. As you can see here, all these different kinds of variables will be creating different variables uh, used for different purposes. We will go through that as well. Okay, and logical actions. So some of the logical actions, as you can see here, delay, loop, while, if then else, we will be going through some of them. And also JavaScript, which is one of the most used logical action, that is a custom coding, right? How there are certain limitations that we might see in NeoLoad, so how we can overcome those limitations using the JavaScript custom coding. So I will be also showing you this. Okay, and from the runtime perspective, so if we see different kinds of tests. Okay, as you can see, so these are different types of tests that are under the performance testing. So I'll show you how these uh, tests are designed, and what we have to look into, how this is configured, and which test is targeted for what purpose and its objective. So we will be discussing on all these in detail, and we will also be doing few rounds of tests. Okay, so as you can see here, these are the previous executions. Okay, so you see this, right? This execution happened in mid July. Okay, so we will go through some of these executions. There are some executions with errors, how the test would look like if it is with errors, and also with alerts. There were some executions with some alerts. Okay, so we will do all. So all these are different kinds of executions that we have done during the previous batch. Okay, so we will go through all of them, and yeah, so this is the course content. And also if we also have more time, we will be exploring into new load web as well as real browser protocol. Okay, in case if there are no time, if we took more time for completing the actual syllabus, then pre-recorded sessions for real browser protocol and the other content will be provided to you as a bonus content. Okay, fine. So before I start with the demo, if anybody has any questions, please let me know. I'll try to answer. If not, I will directly jump into the recording.
Hello, Naveen. I got
Any
a quick
questions?
question.
Hmm? Yeah.
Yes, so with setting up the NeoLoad platform, do you have a guide that can help us download and set it up, or do we just Google it and go to the website and download it? Do you have like a link or something?
Uh, hey, how do I call you? I cannot see your name, and uh,
My name is
your voice is
Jarvis.
little distorted. It is not very clear.
Right, I'm really sorry. I'm driving to
Uh-huh.
work, but I really wanted to attend this. So my name is Jarvis. I'm just gonna put it in the chat.
Okay. Yeah. Please. Yeah. Kindly use the chat box. So I'll answer your question. Okay. So others, if anybody has any questions, please. Okay. Saif is asking what all the protocols will be covered as a part of the session. So we will be covering two protocols. One is the HTTP, HTML, that is the web. Okay, so you see this right here. If you see, these are the different protocols that is available with NeoLoad, web, SAP GUI, Citrix, and real browser. So out of this, we'll be covering on web and real browser. Okay, I hope I have answered your question, Saif. If anybody has any other question while we wait for Jarvis? Jarvis, the name sounds, a familiar
Right, if
name.
you can you hear me?
Hey, sorry, you said something I could not uh, catch you. What you said?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes, so I was asking about setting up the new load on our laptop. How do we
Hmm.
go about that? Do you have a guide?
I will all this setting up nearload, configuring everything will be uh, showed you in like live demonstration. Okay,
Okay,
so so it's like how we are having a session, right? So I'll show everything, how you can install it, what you have to select everything on that. Okay.
okay, Nevin, thank you.
Okay, so if there is no other questions, so let me go ahead and start with the demonstration. Okay, I'm going to create a new project. So before I get into it, so let me start with the new project. Say this is August. Okay, so I'm going to the about, and as you can see here, so I am on the latest version. Okay, the latest version of NeoLoad is 2023.2. Okay, fine. Okay, so let's start with the recording, a simple recording I would like to show you. Okay, first I will, in today's session, we will go through the web recording. Okay, so say I'm going to call this as JPEG HTTP and I will select the browser. Okay, let me close this. So whichever browser that we are going to select, okay, from this list. So Neoload can identify all these four browsers that is available in this machine, and I'm going to select Google Chrome for recording. So I have selected Google Chrome for recording. So before we start with the recording, we have to close any existing instances. Okay, I have closed it. So I'm just going to click on OK. So after clicking on OK, I'm getting this prompt. Okay, so what it says, please close all the instances of this browser. I've already closed it, but still it is just giving a prompt kind of thing. Okay, just to in case if we missed to close it. Okay, so I'll just hit on continue. Okay, so after I hit on continue, what I'm seeing is I'm seeing Google Chrome instance got opened. Along with that, uh, this is called as a recording bar. A recording bar got opened. Okay, so whatever the network traffic that goes in this particular instance, okay, gets recorded by NeoLoad, and then it is going to create this as a script. Okay, so or in from the technical perspective, what NeoLoad has done, NeoLoad has created a proxy server. Okay, and this is the proxy server, and whatever the network traffic the end users will go through gets recorded by NeoLoad, and that's how the script gets created. Okay, so let's start with the recording. So I'm just providing the transaction name here. Okay, so just type it in the transaction name, and then go ahead with the. So I have already bookmarked this web page, so I'm just directly going to click that. Okay, so I have opened this. Okay, so I've launched this application. Now the launch part got recorded. Okay, so I would like to go to click fish. Okay, so I'm going to click on this click fish. Then there is this product called angelfish. I'm going to click on this angelfish. Then large angelfish. Click on this. Maybe I want to simply add this to cart. Okay, I have just added this to cart, and then going back to main menu. See this button, return to main menu, and then I'm going to stop this recording. Okay, so to stop this recording, you see this there is a stop button. Just hit on this stop recording. Okay, now the script is getting created. Okay, so after this gets created, so we will see this post recording wizard. Okay, in post recording wizard, the first uh, part is selecting or deselecting the intended host. Okay, so if you see this right, so we have recorded only this one. Okay, so this is the application. The application is petstore.octopuff.com. Okay, but along with that, so we have done only this recording, but here I'm seeing a lot of different. I see this content autofill.googleapis.com. There is telemetry. There is accounts.google.com. So all these are additional hosts, okay, that got recorded along with the recording. And what we have to do is we have to uncheck, okay, that is the applications that is not in scope. Okay, the hosts that is only a part of the application needs to be selected. The hosts that is not a part of this application needs to be unchecked. Okay, this is very important. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and uncheck all the links or hosts that is not a part of this this objective. Okay, so the style service weather uncheck, so this is required. Optimization guide uncheck, uncheck, uncheck. Okay, so right now what we are working is we are working with a simple demo application. Okay, so a simple application will not have bunch of other requests that gets recorded. We can easily identify this. Okay, but sometimes this may not be the case with the real-time application. In real-time application, usually right now how the a scalable application is being developed, how it is being developed is, so they are building different components, right, different components, and then they are kind of consolidating or uh, kind of plugging it together and making it a bigger application. Okay, In such cases, what happens, we will get to see a similar kind of hosts that gets recorded. So for example, let's say petstore.octopuff.com. Instead of that, maybe petstore also gets recorded. Along with that, myaccount.petstore.com or help.petstore.com, something like that, right? So all those similar hosts needs to be enabled. But then if you are doubtful, it is best to check with the devs, like what all these links should we are these link what are these links and what is its purpose, and should we need to include this as a part of the performance testing. Okay, most of the times if they just provide what all those links and its purpose, we can ourselves identify whether if it is required or not. Okay, so let's proceed. So for now, I'll enable only this one, petstore.octopuff.com. I have unchecked all the others. I'm going to click on next. Okay, so this part, right? So this part is to search for any dynamic parameters. Okay, this is like a auto correlation. Okay, and there is a standard when we are doing the first recording. The first recording should not have this option enabled. Okay, this is a kind of a baseline recording, and we would need this recording for future reference. Okay, so for to keeping in that mind, this is our first recording, so we have to skip this step. We will come back to this topic, and we will be learning about this searching for dynamic parameters, how an autocorrelation is done, and its autocorrelations attributes. Okay, so right now let's proceed. Okay, so I'm going to skip this step, clicking on next. So you can just keep this user recorded think time as it is, and then click on finish. So now we have completed with the recording. Okay, fine. I'm going to expand this all. Okay, so let's look at it. So I'm going to bring up the Google Chrome developer tool. Okay, so to open the developer tool, you can click on this three dots, go to more tools, and then you see this, right, developer tools. You can, by clicking on this, you can bring this, or you can use F12 key or Control Shift I, other shortcuts. Okay, you can do that, use that. Okay, so watch this. So this is the first, let's say, the launch transaction. Okay, so I'm just launching this transaction. Okay, so you see this, right, what is happening. So there is a catalog.action. This is the HTML document. Okay, this is the recording that we are seeing. Okay, so here also, under the launch, I'm seeing the catalog.action. Okay, I can also see the screenshot. Okay, okay, so first ever request is this HTML document. It gets triggered, and followed by there are series of other requests. There is topbar.gif, cart.gif, and some many other gifs and other requests. And if you see, as far as this web page is concerned, what all we are seeing, there is this image, JPEG store image I'm seeing, and there are some bunch of hyperlinks I'm seeing. You see this, right? This cart, this is a hyperlink. This is a hyperlink. Clicking on sign in is a hyperlink. There is a question mark, which is supposed to be a help page. Okay, so this is also a hyperlink, and I'm seeing there is a text field and a search button, and then a bunch of other hyperlinks, just hyperlinks. And there is one screen, let's say, image here right in the middle of the screen. Okay, so if you see this, right, to make up this web page, all these hyperlinks, images, gifs, all this are making it as a web page. Okay, so the same got gets loaded from the backend, and the same gets recorded in the script. So if you see, whatever that happens from the network perspective, network level, network traffic level in the browser, the same gets recorded in NeoLoad, and same gets replayed. Okay, and that is the objective of any performance testing tool. Okay, not just NeoLoad. Any performance testing tool is going to record the network traffic, okay, that goes in the browser, okay, and then we have to replay it. And to do that, there are to for script development and enhancements, there are other steps as well, that is parameterization, correlation, validation, error handling, exception handling, and so on, right? So that we will be learning as we progress, but as of now it is just a simple recording, okay, and these are the various components that are available as a part of the script, okay. So if you see this, right, to go through this, you see this white document icon. White document icon is the uh, say individual requests. These are requests. Okay. White document with a blue ball icon. These are pages. Yellow folders are transactions. Violet folders are containers. And a human type icon are user path. Okay. User paths, or we can also call this as script. uh, and throughout this course, throughout these sessions, we will be going through a lot of standards, okay, that is a standards that is followed from the performance perspective, standards that is followed with specific to NeoLoad, okay. If we just simply follow these standards, we can easily create good quality script and with high quality project, okay. So this is the a short demo that I had to show it to you. So if you have any questions, let me know. I'll be happy to answer. Yeah. Yes, Jarvis. I think you have raised a hand. I
Oh no,
think.
I don't have a question right now. Sorry, I was supposed to do on my end.
Oh, okay. Sure. So others, Manisha, Sunanda,
Yeah, Naveen,
sir.
yeah, Sachin. So actually, I have one doubt. Look, we
Yes.
have started recording directly without setting any proxy. But actual thing that we use the application in our office I mean, the application that we exactly use is like we need to set a lot of things because proxy may stop us to record the UI scenarios.
Hey, can you please come again? You have a proxy requirement in your application.
Yes, no, yes, yes. So you have showed me like directly, without setting any proxy, you have started recording the script.
Uh-huh.
But
Oh, yes, correct.
actually, what actually we face in our application, like we need to set a lot of things before going to the recording. Like for example, we are using a Zscaler, so that could stop us by recording the UI part.
Mm-hmm.
We can proceed with the APIs. We can record APIs as usual, normal things. But when coming to the UI, so this
UI,
stop
it
us
is
to
not
record.
allowing you to record. Uh-huh. Okay.
Yes, yes.
So
So
see,
in that case,
mhm. Yeah, yeah. Tell you
in
complete.
that case, what actually we going to do? Anyhow, the
Yeah,
Zscaler won't I mean allows to record us.
correct. The Z scalar. Okay, you are having Z scalar security tunnel. On top of it,
Yes,
you are also having a proxy.
yes.
Okay. So a solution is for this, right? What you can do is, so how are you recording? Are you trying to record it in your local machine, or I mean, local machine means I'm referring to the workstation.
Video.
Okay, you will be provided
Yes,
a
exactly.
workstation, right? So are you trying to
Yes,
record in your local workstation? Okay, fine. So
yes.
if you see this, right, all this top tier applications, top tier companies will have this as a compliant. Okay, so this is a security compliant. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
from their perspective, every time, always, your machine, your workstation should be compliant. Okay, if it goes non-compliant, then it is a risk for these companies, or let's say for them. So what they will do is they have all these complex security tunnels like Zscaler. There are many other security providers. So every traffic that goes out of your workstation is monitored, is recorded. Okay.
Yes.
Uh, so one solution is what you can do is you can have a, I mean, there are like remote machines. Okay. That is
Yes,
these
yes,
remote
we
machines.
have.
Okay. So these remote machines will be connected to your project's network itself. It will be falling in the same network. Okay. What you can
Yes.
do is, and these remote machines, the likelihood of Zscaler being over there is less. Okay. Because it is in the same, I mean, it's of a different environment. It can be of in a shared environment or a dedicated machine. Okay. So you can try recording try installing NeoLoad into those machines. Not sure whether if you have access to it. If you don't have the access, please raise the IT request to install this NeoLoad tool in the remote machine and try to record. Okay, it should work. Because usually in those machines they will not have any such I mean security compliance. The compliance is only for the workstation, the local machines that which you can carry to your home, right? Okay. So all the compliant,
Yes.
okay, be it security compliance or data compliance, data protection, everything is kind of applicable to you. And uh, to be compliant, they will have this all this proxy, Zscaler and other things. Okay. And for the remote machines, there is no such thing because these remote machines are not under your control, and you can try to work with that. So this is one part. Another part is you can also try to reach out to the network team, okay, the network
Mm-hmm.
engineers. You can let them know that this Zscaler or this proxy is not allowing you to make any recording because this is stopping you, right? Because why it is stopping is from the Zscaler and from these tools perspective, it will look like this is a suspicious activity, right? Because
Yes.
some data which is, so any suspicious activity that these tools sees, it is going to stop it. Okay. So when you,
Mm-hmm.
if you can explain how this NeoLoad is going to work, as I just explained it, right? The NeoLoad is going to create its own instance. It's going to create a proxy server, and whatever the network traffic that goes in that particular uh, uh, instance gets recorded, and that's how we can create the script. Okay. But if there is an issue in recording, then we won't be able to create a script, we won't be able to proceed. Okay, explain this to them, and what they will do is they will give you an elevated access. Okay, it's not admin access, but it is a kind of an elevated access. Elevated access would usually resolve the issue, and you can also provide the port number. Okay, see, if you see, if I go to edit and preference, okay, you can change the port. You see this, right? I have given port number as 4040. Okay.
Yes,
But
we can
usually
export.
by default you will find it like 8090. Okay, the port
Yes.
number. So you have to explain all these things to them. You can tell them, so this is the port I'll be using, and if you can give the elevated access for only this port so that you can continue with your work in the workstation itself. Okay. So two solutions: one is try with the remote machine, try installing
No, actually,
NeoLoad.
we are
Uh-huh.
we are trying with the second option. Like, no, we have some dedicated machines to work on. So in the remote
Okay.
machines, like we have access. So we raised an IP request and new load got installed. That is working
Is
fine. But
installed.
coming to
That
the
is working fine.
VDA,
Okay.
yeah.
Uh-huh. Okay.
But
VDA.
actually,
So
we want
what
to
kind of
work.
VDA you're having? Is it Citrix?
Yes, Citrix.
Citrix workspace? Okay. Okay. Hmm. So if you're going to continue to work on VDI, so it would be good if you can request for 16 GB of RAM minimum.
No, we actually have 32 GB.
32 GB. Okay. Then it's good. So okay. Fine. So is it
Okay,
working
I
or
actually no. That is stopping us with proxy and this killer. We need to talk to the network team as you mentioned.
yes, correct. You speak to them, you let them know that this is your requirement, and Zscaler and other things are stopping you, and there is a chance they can also provide you some kind of script or some kind of I don't know how it works, because different company follows different different methods. But I think
Yes,
they can
actually.
provide you a solution. Only thing is it may take some time. It is not a quick process, right? So even if we raise a request with them, they will also have to get some approval, like from some seniors, and then only they'll be able to do this for you. Okay, so I think
Okay, okay.
this should be, this can be done. Okay, and please keep me posted on your your update on this. Hmm?
Sure, sure. I'll.
So I hope I
Thanks.
have answered your question. Yeah, yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anybody has any other question? Any question that you have in terms of the course? Anything that any specific requirement you may have? Anything that you would like to discuss, go through as a part of this course? You can let me know. If there is no question, then I think we can wrap up today's demo session, and I'll see you all in the upcoming session.
Hi, Naveen.
Yeah.
This is
Hi,
Manisha.
Manisha. Yeah. Good morning.
Uh, Good morning. Is any required to for this tool license?
I will show you how to procure the license. Yes, license is required, but license is
Mm.
not required for scripting or setting up a scenario. License is required for executing the test. Okay. So when it comes to the execution, I will show you how you can sign up for a license, because nowadays Tricentis is providing license only for 2 weeks, only for 14 days. Okay. So if we get the license now, and it will easily cross 14 days before we complete the scripting part. Okay,
Mhm.
so
Okay.
when it comes to the setting up a scenario and then executing the test, I will show you, I will demonstrate it to you how you can go and procure this license, what you have to do, and how you can install the license, and for to work with this license, neoload web is also involved. Okay, so in detail we will see that the license management, there is a separate session for this license management, right? Before we do the execution, everything will be demonstrated to you. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Here you told me license for 2 weeks. But how can we manage in the company? Who will provide that license in the company?
In companies will have enterprise, companies have different kinds of licenses. See, right, what we are going to do is a simple trial license. Okay, it's a 14-day valid license. In
Mm.
companies they have enterprise level licenses. Enterprise, they call it like it's for commercial purpose, enterprise purposes. They have a bigger license, and yes, even those, right, it has to come through neoload web. Okay, we will see
Okay.
how your company, how the environment is being set. So in your company, are there is this the first time that they are going to adopt neoload, or neoload is an existing tool over there? How is it,
No,
if may I know?
no, I'm new for this tool, so I didn't know this.
Okay.
Mm.
No problem, no problem. So as we
Mm.
progress, I will be seeking you some information, and you can provide that. You can also ask around, maybe your TL or your manager. If you ask them, they can give you the answers for this, for the license and other things.
Oh,
But usually they should have an enterprise licenses, which is you can lease it, unlease it. It is very flexible license. Even that will be demonstrated to you, how you can lease a license, how you can release a license, how much time you can hold it for your machine. All will be demonstrated. Okay.
okay. Okay. What is Docker actually? I heard about that word Docker in this recent is documentation. So
Trace and see,
Docker.
doc, yeah, those are
Mm,
environments. Okay,
okay.
say this, what do you say, Docker, microservices. These are usually associated with the environments, and these environments is see right now these are popular environment. It helps in creating a scalable environment. Okay, so what is scalable? We will further discuss. See, for to give you an example, uh, any restaurant businesses, right? Restaurant like not sure. So the usual idli, dosa, those kind of
Mm,
restaurant businesses. If you see, these businesses are not scalable business. These are limited business. Okay,
okay.
that is
Mm,
how much idli or how much dosa they can make in the morning time, and that is very limited, isn't it? How many numbers of customers they can use? It's limited. Beyond a certain level, you cannot scale such kind of businesses. Okay, but look at the business like social media or let's say Amazon or Flipkart. These businesses these businesses are easily scalable, right? uh, Even if any number of users goes up in traffic, if you have the right amount of scalable infrastructure, then you can easily scale these businesses. I mean, scaling is not easy, but I'm just telling the possibility of scaling is easy, uh, compared to the other kinds of. We will also look into some business case studies, and as you said, right, we will discuss about some different infrastructure that is being currently yeah, employed. And right now everything is going in cloud. So yeah, so what the question what you are asking is from the infrastructure perspective, uh, but we will be learning about the tool, okay, tool and its functionality and its other aspects.
okay.
Okay,
Is any required deep knowledge on JavaScript here?
sorry, can you come again?
Is any required to JavaScript here? Deep knowledge on.
No, nothing. See, there is see another part is NeoLoad. NeoLoad does not need any programming knowledge. um,
Mm,
NeoLoad is highly intuitive, and it is user friendly. Okay, you
okay.
can see these requests, all these things. Okay, NeoLoad, I would say it's a combination of uh, both Jmeter and Load Runner, best worlds of Jmeter and Load Runner. If you see Load Runner, not sure if you have seen Load Runner. Load Runner will have a lot of codes. I mean, if you do a scripting, there'll be like 1,000 lines of codes. Okay, and even a learning curve with Load Runner is little difficult, but in NeoLoad it is quite simple, and so you don't need any JavaScript programming or any Python programming. It is not required, but there are some limitations. Okay, with NeoLoad, okay, to bridge that gap, we have to use JavaScript. Okay, so we are using only JavaScript as a like a custom coding, and these are kind of an and kind of advanced part. We will be discussing all this logical actions and these custom coding, all these things later part. But initially we will be focusing on the script creation, parameterization, correlation, other enhancements activities. Then we will move on to setting up a scenario, uh, learning about different kinds of user scenarios, and then we'll be executing the test. After the execution, we'll be coming back to the those advanced area, and then we'll be discussing on that. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's a question from Sunanda. So she's asking any monitoring tools will be covered in the upcoming session. Sunanda, there won't be any monitoring tool will be covered as a part of this session. Only NeoLoad is covered. Okay. And under NeoLoad, there are two protocols will be covered, mostly into HTML, and the second part is the real browser. Okay.
But at least you can show how to implement monitoring tool into this new node.
Monitoring tool, so I need to have that setup infrastructure, so I don't have it.
Okay, okay. No, actually, with any performance testing tool, like one monitoring tool is there. Like
Mhm.
nowadays, client is asking
Yeah,
about
yeah, I do
annual.
agree. I agree with you. Monitoring. So
Uh,
I will be showing you how you can set up the monitors and connectors, like a sample
uh,
monitors and connectors that is covered. Okay, but if you are expecting full-fledged executions and then seeing the, because these are sample monitors, these are not the real
uh,
monitors. Okay,
uh,
that is something that it is
no,
not there.
at least we
But I
want
will
the
take
basic
this
setup.
in.
Like
Uh-huh.
at least we want a basics. You know, how we actually set up those API tools with the new logo.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. That will be as a
Kind
sample
of basic.
monitors. It will be covered from that perspective.
Okay, okay,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah. Okay. Any other questions? Anybody has any other questions? Okay. If there is no other questions, let's wrap up this session. So I'll see you all tomorrow uh, for the other demo. Okay. Thank you all for joining. Have a nice day.
Thank you.
Okay.